The Myers-Briggs test sorts people into 16 personality types based on 4 simple questions: where you get your energy, how you take in information, how you make decisions, and how you prefer to live your day-to-day. It's not hard science. Psychologists still debate how reliable it really is, but the patterns it describes are oddly specific, and most people find at least one type that fits a little too well. Here's all 16, mapped out completely. INTJ, the architect. INTJs are strategic, independent thinkers who hold themselves and everyone around them to a high standard. Good enough rarely feels good enough, which pushes them toward unusually high achievement, but can tip into harsh perfectionism if left unchecked. INFP, the thinker. INFPs solve problems by retreating into their own head rather than talking it out loud. Logic always outranks emotion for this type, which makes them excellent at engineering and science, and occasionally baffled by why everyone else gets so worked up. ENTJ, the commander. ENTJs build a vision and then drive it to completion without flinching. Natural authority and a low tolerance for inefficiency make them common in leadership roles, though that same drive can come across as steamrolling to anyone in their way. ENTP, the debater. ENTPs have an opinion on almost everything and no real fear of saying it out loud. Where an INTJ converges on one plan, an ENTP scatters into 10, they'd rather argue the unpopular side just to see where the logic leads. INFJ, the advocate. One of the rarest types, INFJs hold genuinely contradictory traits at once. Deeply logical, yet highly emotional. Idealistic, yet quietly perfectionist. What ties it together is a near-constant pull toward making things better for people who aren't them. INFP, the mediator. INFPs live a rich inner life most people never see. Unlike the INFJ's outward pull, the INFP's imagination turns inward, daydream, story, meaning, and it's less an escape from reality than a way of processing it. ENFJ, the giver. ENFJs share the INFJ's drive to help, but draw their energy from people instead of solitude. That combination tends to produce natural, almost effortless leaders, the kind who make a room feel inspired without seeming to try. ENFP, the champion. ENFPs are just as capable of big goals as any other type, but what they're actually known for is making other people believe in theirs. Equal parts motivator and idea generator, with very little patience for routine. ISTJ, the inspector. ISTJs get things done through steady, unglamorous consistency rather than big moves. Tradition, order, and follow-through matter more to this type than almost any other. Slow and methodical, but rarely the one who drops the ball. ISFJ, the protector. ISFJs will quietly sacrifice their own needs for someone they care about, often without expecting any thanks for it. It's not about being noticed. Helping just genuinely feels right to them. ESTJ, the director. ESTJs get things done quickly, manage people well, and gravitate naturally toward leadership, the friend who only half-jokingly gets told they should run for office. Efficiency is the whole personality. ESFJ, the caregiver. ESFJs read a room before anyone else does, sensing not just how people feel, but how those feelings are landing on everyone else around them. That awareness makes them the one who quietly smooths over the tension nobody else noticed. ISTP, the crafter. ISTPs learn by doing, not by being told. That hands-on instinct shows up at work, engineering, building, fixing, and outside it too, often as a pull toward adrenaline. Motorcycles, climbing, anything that has to be felt rather than explained. ISFP, the artist. ISFPs share the INFP's imagination, but live firmly in the present instead of the future. Spending on an experience over saving for later isn't impulsive to them. It's just a different definition of what counts as worth it. ESTP, the persuader. ESTPs decide fast, act faster, and rarely second-guess either. Sales and other fast-moving environments suit this type well, not because they overthink the room, but because they don't. ESFP, the performer. ESFPs thrive with attention on them, and usually have the best story at the party. But underneath the spotlight, they're often more emotionally tuned in to others than people expect from the entertaining one. 16 types, for letters each, and zero hard proof any of it holds up to a clinical study. But ask anyone who's taken the test, and they'll tell you exactly which 4 letters they are, and exactly why it's annoyingly accurate. Subscribe for the next full picture.